Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. For today's video, I'm going to be reacting to 10 of your guys' guinea pig cages. I have them all here in front of me and I'm going to just sort of go through them, look at them, give my opinions, thoughts, answer any questions I got, and just sort of also show you guys some of the guinea pig cages out there to give inspiration to anyone who is looking to redo or revamp their guinea pig cage. If you are interested in submitting your cage for a future video, please go to the description for details on how to do that. I've done like 8 or 9 of these videos so far, so I will also have a playlist in the description if you want to see any of my previous cage reviews. And just a disclaimer before we get into the video, I am not a professional and all opinions that I give are just that. They are opinions based off my own research, personal experience, etc. They are not fact, so please take everything I say as a suggestion, of course. And with that being said, let's get into cage number 1. All right, so the first cage says, "Hi Autumn, my name is Victoria. I have 4 2-year-old male piggies, Cooper, Oreo, Coco, and Badger. They each have a 3x5 CNC cage. I had to separate them because they were fighting, and because of that, I will be upgrading to a stacked cage. I will also be getting more hides, toys, and fleece soon. I love your videos and your pets, and I hope you make it, and I hope I make it into the video." Well, welcome. Here you are in the video. Thank you so much. I'm very excited to review your cage. So it looks like what we have going on here was a group of 4 males that was split into 2 pairs. So there's 2 here and 2 here. This is very common for large groups of males to end up needing to be split because they usually do better in pairs and in large groups. So I think this is perfectly fine to have them in 2 pairs. Overall, I think your cages are a good size. They're gonna be about 15 square feet each. So that's perfectly fine for 2 males. We have variety of hides. And they look like they are all 2 entrance hides as well, which is good for males to have those 2 entrances. My only critique, I think, would be to go for bigger litter boxes. Males can get kind of territorial over their food and their hay space. So I think having these litter boxes maybe like go fully across the back of the cage or something like that could be good. And when you do the stacked cages as well, you could even make them a little bit bigger and therefore have more room for a larger litter box. You said you were going to be getting more toys, so I don't have any comments about that. Overall, it looks really great. It's a really cute theme. I love this little smiley face fleece. It's super cute. Great job. Thank you for submitting your cage. All right, on to cage number 2. This cage is home to a neutered male and a female. They have 3 bottles and a water bowl, but you can't really see them all. Thank you so much for all the care advice you give in your videos. So happy I came across your account. Thank you. I'm glad I could be helpful. Let's take a look at your cage here. So this is a 3x6. So this is definitely a good amount of space. No matter if the grids are 12 or 14 inches, it's definitely large enough for a pair. I like your hides that you have going on here. This is a pretty big house, so it takes up a lot of cage space, but I don't think that's an issue when you have a cage of this size. I would definitely consider maybe a little bit bigger of a hay pile or even a litter box if you find that this mat here gets soaked pretty often. But overall, I don't really have any critiques. You can maybe do with a few more toys, but I mean, overall, you have a good cage. You have a fleece forest, you have multiple hides, lots of space for them to run. So I don't really have any critiques. It looks great. Thank you for your submission. All right, cage number 3. This is about 2.75 centimeters long, 170 centimeters wide. I'm gonna think they maybe meant 2.75 meters and not centimeters, with 2 pigs. I just want your general thoughts about the cage. All right, so first of all, I'm not super familiar with the metric system, but I'm gonna think she meant, or they meant 2.75 meters, not centimeters, for this back wall here. So I'm just gonna go with like 6 or so feet, 6, 7 feet. And this, judging off of looks, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 feet. I can't really tell, but I don't think the size is an issue. I think looking at it in proportion to the guinea pig, I think this cage is going to be big enough. My main concerns have to do with the walls. It looks like these are like pretty short. So like, can your guinea pigs jump or climb over these walls, especially over here where they could kind of like jump up here and then jump out? That would be my main concern in terms of that. I'm gonna assume you have a water dish, but definitely make sure they have a source of fresh water. I'm assuming you're using a water bowl somewhere here. The straw is an interesting choice for bedding. I don't know much about how straw works for guinea pigs. I know some people do use it, especially if they have outdoor enclosures. So I can't really comment on the bedding because I don't really know how well that works. But I see underneath you've got some other kind of bedding. So I think you personally look like you have your bedding figured out. I would definitely take this hay out of this rack and just do a massive pile. With your cage already being straw, I don't see a reason to have the hay like contained in a feeder, especially one where the little slits for the hay are so narrow. I would just do a large pile so they can graze more freely, burrow in it, etc. I don't think there's a reason to have that little feeder. You do have 2 hides. I would say you probably want more toys in here, and I would just be concerned about these walls and then being able to get out. That's really my main concern with this cage. It is a nice DIY cage. It looks like a very good size and shape. I would just make sure you don't need to make those walls higher and that they aren't going to be escaping from your cage. All right, cage number 4, 2 males, 50 by 65 inches, not including the length of the Midwest cage. So this is kind of interesting. We have like a Midwest cage here as sort of like the home base. And then we have this area coming out here. I do think it's big enough for 2 males. Again, just based on looking at it, with this extension, it's big enough for 2 males. With just this part, I would say that's not big enough, but with the extension, you do have enough space here. I see you've got hay in here, water bottles. I think you have a variety of toys. It's really hard to see. You've got the forage mat, toy here, variety of hides. So I think overall the setup is not bad. My main concern is protecting your carpet. I'm worried for your carpet. I would recommend putting down a shower liner just like underneath all of these fleece and blankets, so when they pee, you don't risk it getting on your carpet. I would protect your carpet with a shower liner or a piece of Coroplast or something waterproof, because it just makes me worry for when they pee that it's gonna get all over your carpet, stain it, and you just don't want that. But overall, the setup of the cage I think is great. Just please protect your carpet. It'll be good in the long run to make sure that pee is not getting into your carpet. All right, cage number 5. Hi, Cassie from Chile here. I have 2 girls. One is spayed, the other is not. The white one is Evie. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. And the black one is Haru. The cage is 3x3 CNC. I don't know how big it is, but it seems okay for that. I love your content. Thank you for it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your submission. Your pigs are gorgeous. Like, these are literally such beautiful guinea pigs, and they also look so good together. Like, they match so well, so they're super cute. I had to include the pictures of them here because they look absolutely adorable. And then this is your cage area, and then over here you also included this picture. I'm thinking this is like a hay extension. For a 3x3, that's going to be an okay size. For 2 females, I don't think the main square really needs to be any bigger. I think that's an okay size. And then it looks like they can sort of come over here into a box where you have their hay. If they don't always have access to this hay bin over here, I would maybe like add a little bit more hay in this area versus just the bags. But overall, I think it's fine. This little castle thing is super cute, but it takes up so much space. So I would just make sure that your girls have space to sort of get away from each other and like hide in separate areas. So whether that's maybe making it a little bit bigger for the castle or swapping out with like various smaller hides, I would consider either of those options just so they don't have to always hide in the exact same place and they have room to run and stuff. I would also add just a couple toys and stuff in here could be good. But overall, I think it is a good size. I just think the fact that this castle is so huge, it takes up so much running room that you really either want to go with smaller hides or maybe like extend it out more. And I would try to keep access to this whenever possible. But overall, it looks super cute. They're super cute. And thank you for your submission. All right, I feel like I am cruising through these cages today, but this is cage number 6. I just got guinea pigs recently, and I hope this is a decent cage. If it isn't, please help me by recommending products. It's a 4x2, and I have 3 boys, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Are those the names from the Chipmunks? I cannot remember the name of that movie, but the Chipmunk movie. Those are really cute that you gave them those names. My main suggestion, just straight off the bat, is you're gonna wanna go bigger. With 3 boys, I wouldn't even have 2 boys in a 2x4, like that's kind of pushing it. So 3 boys in a 2x4, you definitely want to go bigger. I would say double this amount of space, do a 4x4 or a 2x8. Definitely double the amount of space, whichever way you can fit in this area that you have going on here. And I'm not sure they can even fit in these little tunnels. I'm looking here and it looks like you have some big boys compared to the tunnels. So instead of doing all these tiny little tunnels, I would have 3 decently sized hides that you know they can fit in, because you want them to all be able to have their own hide and get away from each other. And then I also would recommend doing a hay feeder on the inside of the cage. So you could do a litter box or a hay bag, something like that, just so they don't have to like pull the hay through the bars and they can freely feed from it. Especially with 3 males, you want like a large hay space so they don't have to fight over the hay and they can freely graze without getting territorial. So I do have my Amazon storefront and products all linked down in the description. You said to give recommendations, so you can go over there, check that out in terms of like stuff for your hay, litter boxes, or additional hides and stuff like that. I do like that you have a lot of toys. They definitely have toys to chew on, but unfortunately the cage size is just gonna be way too small for 3 males. So definitely double the cage, get a 3rd decent sized hide in there, and then move their hay inside the cage, and they will be much better off having more space to run, play, and eat. It's definitely a great start, so good job, and thank you for your submission. All right, cage number 7 says, "Hi Autumn, my name is Zizi, and I have 3 female guinea pigs. They live in a 2x7 CNC cage with 15-inch grids. I have lots of toys and a big litter box with hay." All right, so this is a really good size cage. 2x7 for 3 females, that's a good size. I do like your litter box that you have going on here. I have the same one. It is a really good size, so I love that. Overall, good size. I think this is a tunnel. I was gonna say add a tunnel, but I think this is a tunnel. It's just like it's blending in with the fleece. So you definitely have multiple spots for them to hide, multiple little toys, forage toys, chewable toys. This castle is so cute too. I love this castle. And then I did put this here because I saw these little like Twizzlers Jolly Rancher. I'm assuming those are like wooden blocks they can chew on that look like the candy, but just make sure those are pig safe. I didn't want anyone to like see those and like think that I didn't see them or comment on them, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, yeah, and assume that they're just like little wooden toys. But overall, great size, great cage, lots of toys, lots of hides. I really love it. Great job. Alrighty, on to cage number 8. Here's the most recent layout of the cage for the 2 new girls, Ramona and Casper. It's a 2x4 using 14-inch grids, so it is 10.5 square feet. So looking at this cage, the first thing that stands out to me is your laundry bin hay thing. It is a very innovative idea so that the hay kind of stays contained. But my main concern is, are there feet or anything getting stuck in all the little bit of holes? I would think maybe it would be better to either have like super tiny air holes or like solid walls for that, just because I'm worried that as they're burrowing in the hay, they're gonna get their feet like caught on these little ridges. And from what I remember, as a kid having laundry baskets like that, like those are pretty like sharp ridges. I do remember like when I was like trying to hold them and stuff, like it would be like sharp in there. So the laundry basket is a creative idea, but I just worry functionality wise about their little feet getting stuck or something like that, or them trying to fit through the holes. I have concerns about that, but I like the general idea, maybe with just like a plastic tub or just a litter box with high sides could work better for you. Looks like they have a couple toys, couple hides, water bottles. Overall, I think it is a good cage, decent size for 2 females. I would just do something different with the litter box area And then that could also give them more room to run, since this does take up such a huge portion of the cage. I feel like they don't really have a ton of space to run. So I think rethinking your litter box area could be great to give them more running room and also keep them safe just with these little holes here. All right, cage number 9. Hi, Autumn. My name is Amia. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. And I have 2 bonded American guinea pigs named Lemon and Clover. Those names are so cute. That's adorable, Lemon and Clover. The cage is in Midwest, and I'm looking to make it a 5x2 CNC soon. I use fleece liners, and I'm looking to get a bath mat, and there's some DIY foraging toys in there as well that I made. All right, perfect. So I do think this is a great starter cage to have the Midwest for 2 females. Definitely the 5x2 will be great whenever you're able to upgrade to that. But for 2 females, this what I would say is probably the minimum amount of space, but it's a good starter cage. When I got my first 2 females, this was the cage that I had them in. My main concern here is that you only have 1 hide. So you have 1 hide here. With 2 guinea pigs, you want to have at least 2 hides. So I would add a second hide, maybe some sort of tunnel. And I see you've got some homemade cardboard toys here. I don't know what this large bowl is. I don't know if water's in there or what, but I don't know if you need that. It seems to be taking up quite a decent bit of space. You do have a hay pile here, some hay here. I would definitely do more hay. You'll want a larger pile than this. Guinea pigs are going to eat about twice their body size in hay every single day. So I would definitely do more hay and maybe another hide or even 2 other hides, like another house and a tunnel, just so they don't have to always be hidden in the same place. But overall, it's a good start. I do like it. And I'm excited to see if you upgrade in the future to a 5x2. I'm sure they will appreciate that extra room. But good starter cage, just definitely need a second hide. Thank you for your submission. And we are already to the final cage. Maybe I should have reviewed more cages in this video, but I will have to do another video. If you guys send me more, please send me more cages so I can do another video. But here is cage number 10. I own 2 female guinea pigs. Their names are Coco and Lulu. They are 2 months old. I included this photo of them, guys. Look how cute they are. They're such little babies at 2 months. They have a 2x6 CNC. All right, so 2x6, perfect size to start off with, especially for little babies. They're so cute. And having the solid grids is good. Since they're babies. I would normally be concerned about airflow with solid grids, but because your cage is so large, I don't really think like ammonia buildup will be an issue with this kind of cage. So I wouldn't be too concerned about the solid grids since it is this large. I see you've got a couple of hides here, 3 hides here. I would consider adding some tunnels, unless that is a tunnel. It's kind of hard to tell. Looks like you've got plenty of toys in here, as well as a little litter box area. So I don't have any critiques. This is a super great cage for your baby guinea pigs. They're so cute. Lots of space for them to run. I'm sure they love this. So honestly, looks great. No comments here. Thank you for your submission. Wait, I'm assuming there's a water bottle. I just was like realizing I don't see a water bottle. So make sure they have a water source, or maybe they have a bowl. Maybe they drink from a bowl. That can be perfectly fine too. So yeah, looks great. Thank you for your submission. And that is it. Just a quick little video today reviewing some cages. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please email me your cages with info about your guinea pigs and the dimensions, etc. Again, details in the description so I can film more of these videos. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again soon with another video. Bye-bye.